the woman suddenly noticed something bizarre. Her neighbors were frantically moving out. They intended to offer help, but when the neighbors spotted them, they fled even faster. Puzzled, the couple stepped onto the main street, only to find every neighbor desperately fleeing for their lives, as if terrified of something in the town. Though they had no idea what was happening, Louis decided to take his family out of town for safety. But halfway through their journey, they spotted the very neighbors who had fled earlier, racing back at 180 miles per hour. Things seemed to grow increasingly bizarre until they were forced to stop by vehicles ahead, only to discover the sole exit from town had been sealed off by the military. Helicopters hovered overhead, urging everyone on the road to hurry home. Witnessing this scene, the Louis family began to wonder if the apocalypse was upon them. Just then, a rock fell from the sky, striking their vehicle. Amidst a deafening roar, 2 fighter jets screeched overhead, plunging straight toward the town they had left behind. As everyone stared in bewilderment, the planes suddenly dropped bombs onto the town. In mere seconds, the entire town was engulfed in flames. Witnessing this, everyone was too terrified to speak. Even more terrifying, after completing their mission, the 2 planes turned around and headed straight for them. Only then did everyone realize the military intended to kill them all. Just then, Kelly spotted the water tower on the hill. Instantly, she thought of an escape route. She hurriedly led her family toward the hillside. The planes had already begun their second wave of bombing. The spot where they had just stood was instantly engulfed in flames. Daring not to rest, they raced desperately toward the school at the mountaintop. There was an abandoned basement there. As the planes drew ever closer, Louis smashed the chain and led the way inside. Just as the hatch closed for the final moment, a violent explosion roared overhead. They still didn't understand what had happened. For now, they could only hide here. Fortunately, the basement still held some food supplies, enough to sustain the family for a long time, so they stayed there for a while. But life deep underground was no picnic. It felt like the end of the world. Before long, they had been trapped there for over 300 days. Lucy could no longer endure this existence. Every day she peered through the ventilation shaft to observe the outside, yet each time she saw only ruined houses and charred, dried-out trees. Still, Lucy refused to give up hope. So while her parents slept, she crept up the stairs and yanked fiercely at the chains, determined to open the hatch and slip out. But her actions only brought immense trouble upon them.